every generation has their struggle.
Yes.
The old generation were fighting apartheid and segregation.
Yeah.
And we also have our own struggle.
Yes.
And it's about identifying that for ourselves. And I think for us, the struggle is really re-identifying ourselves as Black people. Really taking back our identity.
Yes.
Not as failures.
Yeah.
Not as really clearing the myths. Not as failures. I feel like sometimes. Yes, I think we talk about political freedom. We got political freedom.
Yes.
And then others are talking about we don't have economic freedom.
Yes.
I think what we have not spoken about is the psychological freedom. We don't talk enough about what segregation has taken from us, which is our psychological identity.
Yeah.
We don't talk about how it was strategically and deliberately taught to us that we're not good enough, that we're inferior, that we are lazy, that we are materialistic, that we don't care about each other. So I believe that our fight now is to reclaim that identity as Black women, as Black people.
Yes.
To say, no, we are going to redefine ourselves. And I just really like the world that we're living in, where we're really reclaiming everything. We're claiming body image, for example, now. We're reclaiming the type of beauty.
Yes.
We're reclaiming all
the fact that we're represented now in the color palettes for makeup.
I know, it's a big deal, because with women we've been taught that your strength is in your beauty.
Yeah.
And for men it's masculine strength, it's masculine, you're not supposed to be weak. So I think our biggest fight now is just to redefine the identity, even the identity of a strong woman, the identity of a wife, the identity against patriarchy and misogyny, that says to be a woman, to be successful as a woman is when you are married, for an example, and you are pleasing to your in-laws, and you're pleasing to your family, and really re-identifying that there's so much more to me than just beauty. There's just so much more to me than just everybody's talking about losing weight, and I was actually thinking to myself, oh my word, so I can be struggling all through my life with just weight. Until my 60s, I'm just waiting, I'm just on this fight to be a certain size. There is so much potential that is lost, so much energy that I could be using to do other things. I'm just worried about, am I pretty now? This is a beautiful and amazing age, because all these patriarchal systems are falling. Even the church. I grew up as a church girl, and the focus on being good, on being sinless, on catching a man, because when I become somebody's wife, and I'm get chosen by the church bachelor. And just that focus on being the good girl so that I can get chosen, and the focus on being sinless, and just look every evening, searching myself. What did I do wrong? Oh, what should I feel bad about today? And I feel like sometimes the church is a beautiful place. It's a place of support, and it's a place you can really find yourself. And I've learned a lot of my leadership abilities in church, because I've been given platforms and given departments to run and all that. So the church has been amazing for my growth, but I also feel that the church has taken a lot of the time that we've been using to create. And I think sometimes the church fails young people, keeps them there singing and reading the Bible, when it's young minds that could be thinking about ways to be effective in their generation.
Yes.
And I think sometimes the focus is because how you are seen in church is when you sing or when you preach or when you
Yes.
speak, and we have failed young women who could have been great politicians, because we need young minds in the political space, because that's where ideas and leadership comes from. We need young minds in films, because that's where we tell our stories.
Yes.
And it's very important the types of stories that are being told, because now we are able to talk about different palettes
Yes.
for makeup,
Yes.
because it's those stories. We're able to say being thick is beautiful.
Yes.
It's because of those stories. We're able to say being dark is a version of you. It's because of those stories.
Yes.
We need people to be singing. We need people to be telling poetry, because that's how people expect. So we I think sometimes church also takes up a lot of time for young people who could be out there in the world and finding ways that an individual to themselves to express and change their generation. Okay, I think for female warriors, I've just really looked up to Black women who have been able to succeed, because I think it's hard.
Yes.
It's very hard. And it's not always the popular thing to do, you know, because going back again, patriarchy and religion and all these systems that society had created to actually, in a way, yes, support people, but also to control people.
Yes.
So when I see a Black woman being visible and being successful in what they do, I am actually mindful of what they had to overcome. So every Black woman who's allowed themselves to be visible is, for me, an example and a model for me. Really, every woman, and I mean, from the career space, Yolanda Cuba, who's the lady who's now she's just been appointed as, oh gosh, I forgot her name. She was the CEO of Syria's company, our president's company.
Of Shanduka.
Shanduka, yes. What's her name?
Oh dear, I would be lying
Her
if I said I
name
knew her.
just
Yes.
escapes me, but I just love how she just keeps doing it.
Yes.
Kanye Lomo, oh my word, even now with the challenges that she is having with Destiny Woman, I just feel like, for me, she's allowed herself to do that.
Yeah.
And I think for Black women, it's really not about being good or working hard so much. It's about giving ourselves permission.
Yes.
It's very hard for Black women to give themselves permission, because we have been taught that this is the box for limit. So to actually give yourself permission to do anything, I think you have already succeeded.
Yeah.
So for Black women, it really isn't about what you can do or ability, or because your uniqueness is your gift to the world.
Yeah.
Because no one can do this like you are doing it.
Yeah.
So your uniqueness, your being here is enough. Your experiences and everything that you've been through is enough to be a rich gift to the world. You know, I've said my story, and you were already saying how it can be such a gift to other young women, and it's my story.
Yes.
And it's similar to other people, but it's not the same. It's my story.
Yes.
And that unique gift is already enough to the world. But what we need for Black women is permission.
Yeah.
Give yourself permission to be out there, and it's rough.
Yes.
Out there, you get hurt.
Yeah.
You get criticized.
Yes.
You get rejected. It's hard, but bravery and courage is getting back in there.
Yeah.
After you've had your soul opened wide and you feel like people have trampled upon it.
Yes.
It's about pulling yourself together with your helpers.
Yeah.
Other women who've made it. I always say success leaves clues.
Yes.
Just get the clues and keep going and get support. You don't have to do it alone.